evening. It's Atletico Madrid in possession with David Hansco. Turns it back to Jan Oblak. Hansco and Oblak will know each other well. They've played here for such a long time and also across Europe in international football. Oblak from Slovenia, Hansco the Slovakian. And they're already flirting with the edge of the Málaga penalty. Big moment for Arno Ortiz, Daniel Martin, Jorge, as we've already mentioned. First team debuts for that trio. Plenty of experience in Atletico Madrid, contesting the lower tiers of Spanish football. And of course, a big evening for the majority of this Málaga side. There's a significant core of the team that got them promoted as that's pumped forward down the right-hand side. They'll try and hold it up here with Dotor. It's turned away by Martinez on this left-hand side. Pops up into midfield. Where it's okay. Here is the captain this evening, not Jan Oblak, as we previously mentioned. Just clear how many leaders they do have in their ranks, Atletico Madrid tonight. There's Martinez for Pablo Barrios. Back to Barrios by Koke. Barrios on the left-hand side. Martinez has got forward. Holds off the challenge of Rubia. Now Lookman in the central position. Quickly on top of him was Itan Merino. Breaks loose out towards that right-hand side. Atletico Madrid want the corner. They're going to get it. No, they're not. It's Carlos Martin. With the feet of Alfonso Herrera. 22 years old, the Málaga #1. It's been in the club since July 2020. Almost 130 appearances now. And on the front foot is Joaquin. Laid off to Rafita Garrido. Itzan Merino. Rezio. Lorenzo. Right-hand side is Rubia. Rezio. Across to Itzan Merino. Joaquin Munoz on the left-hand side. Trying to keep the ball here, Málaga. It's been a little scrappy and almost slightly looking overawed by the prospect in the opening few exchanges. 4.5 minutes on the clock. Thank you for joining us this evening. Always a pleasure to bring you action from Spain's top flight in this independent commentary, unaffiliated to anyone in particular. It's Herrero. Looks for the long ball down the middle. That's aimed at Chupete. It's simple stuff for Jorge Dominguez. He's actually starting a line alongside Robin Lenormand in the heart of defence. I thought he might be on the right-hand side, but at 6'4", you can understand why he's joining Lenormand. Jorge Dominguez, 6'4", and just 16 years old. Here's Martinez. Inside to Mendoza. Mendoza square. Trying to build up down the left-hand side. There's Daniel Martinez. Hansco. Low across the 6-yard box. That's a really good attempt from David Hansco to try and find a teammate. It bounces off the base of the corner flag on the far side, kept in play by Joaquin Munoz. Atletico Madrid win it high in the Málaga half of the pitch again. Lofted in. It was Lookman who got up to it, and he was challenging from an offside position. And Málaga will have the free kick from inside their penalty area. It's the biggest opening they've created so far, Atletico Madrid. Slovakian international David Hansko. 59 appearances for his national side. Fed by Daniel Martinez. Here's Ortiz. Bursts away from the challenge just outside the centre circle. Here is Martinez into the penalty area and tries to latch one towards goal. That was fired across by Carlos Martin. It was Rafita Garrido. Carlos Puga. I think it was Carlos Puga who went to ground. He felt there was an arm to the face on the edge of the centre circle. Goal kick from the edge of the penalty area. Played short. Long from Recio. And towards Dotto. Strong from Robin Lenormand. Not that out of play. By Rubia. To the left-hand side, Garrido. Back to Herrero. A long ball straight down the middle. Chupe. Can't win it. Instead it's with Carlos Martin. It's Lenormand. Martinez tussling for possession on the near side. Wrestling away goes Rubia. Until Alfonso Herrero. Herrero almost pinned into his 6-yard box. Finds an avenue of escape down the right-hand side. Hansko is there. Barrio inside the Malaga half. Martin. To Pablo Barrios. Good to keep working the ball here, Atletico. Cheering by Barrios to Koke. Martinez. It's a high ball, deep towards the back post. Took a little flick off of Joaquin Munoz and bounces off Carlos Martin and out of play for another Malaga goal kick. We mentioned in the build-up the shared history of these two sides. Ignacio Camacho is one of the most high-profile players to have represented both Atletico Madrid and Malaga. He was an academy graduate for Madrid who made his first team debut age 17. He won European silverware back in 2010 with Atletico. Became a club icon though at Malaga after moving the following year. Over 200 official appearances, anchored Manuel Pellegrini's side during that historic European quarter-final run. Senior Spain caps as well, while at La Rosaleda. It's Jorge Dominguez. With Hansko. Okay, a change of boots from Carlos Dottor. Here's Martinez. To Hansko. And now with Barrios. He's giving that ball away. Going to swarm around Lorenzo. Got a bit of support. Shifted out to Joaquin Munoz on the left-hand side. Looks back in field. Betty very quickly get everyone behind the ball. It's Garrido. Munoz. Mr. Puga. Here's Carlos Puga. On the right for Rubia. Laid off again to Carlos Puga. Recio to Aina Galilea. Garrido on the long end of a hefty challenge. Carlos Martin out on that far side will win Malaga a set piece just inside the Atletico Madrid half of the pitch, and they'll play it short to Garrido. Flick down the left-hand side. Here's Munoz. Joaquin Munoz across to Carlos Puga. Puga into a central area. It's Angel Recio. It's Almerino. Back to Recio. Galilea. And it's all the way back to Alfonso Herrero. It's a remarkable story, Malaga's rise to the top flight. They were battling relegation, really, when Juan Funes took over. They were sitting on just 5 wins from their first 15 games. There was a 6-game winning streak as well in those separate 9-match unbeaten runs. Secured a promotion playoff berth, and well, fate was with them. It was a 2-1 away victory against Almeria in the second leg of the playoff final back in June. It's given them this season back in Spain's top flight, and it could be longer than that. Here's Puga on the right-hand side, the first real opening for them. Can they get the ball into the penalty area? Puga delays, pulled back to the edge of the box. Maybe a chance to strike. There was for David La Rubia. Skews away off his right boot. Not sure it's what Puga intended. It all starts in the middle by Itzan Merino. Laid it out to Puga on the right-hand side. You thought he might have released the cross early. Instead, steps back inside. Had La Rubia on the edge of the penalty area. It didn't end up as a shot on target, but it was still appreciated by Juan Fran, the boss. He tried to measure the pass in behind for Lookman to roll onto. Sliding in goes Recio to clear the danger. As a nice idea from Koke. Arnaud Ortiz will wait for David Hansko to drop down the left-hand side. In fact, it's in from Daniel Martinez. Here is Hansko. Looks across to the far side. There is Jorge Dominguez, who I believe is playing on that right-hand side of defence. At times it does appear that there's a back three of Dominguez, Hansko and Lenormand. That's the dominance that Atletico Madrid expect, that they on paper are playing a 4-4-2, but essentially out of possession it's a back three. It's a ball towards a back post. Arnaud Ortiz tried to shift it across towards Ademola Lookman. Picked off by Aina Galilea. First yellow card of the evening for that challenge. Sliding in was David Hansko. This absolutely went through the back of Carlos Puga. It was a good-looking cross at the other end. Well, it's appearance number 750 for Koke. A man who's lifted 9 separate trophies for Atletico. 2 league titles, 3 European titles, Spanish Cup. It's been quite a remarkable career. And at the age of 34, he's showing no signs of slowing down. There's a problem for Puga at the moment, a bit of a delay here. Hansko just Wasn't expecting that foot to be there. He's trying to get his left leg out, and in the process he's just stepped on the back of Puga's heel. It's an impromptu hydration break. I'm sure we'll see them later on tonight. There's another heat wave in the Spanish capital. Just to put it into context, the temperature right now after kickoff, it's wow, 33, almost 33 degrees. It's too humid, which is a blessing, but tough conditions for football nonetheless. Here's Rodrigo Mendoza inside right channel, just outside the Malaga penalty area, moved on by Koke. Here is Jorge Dominguez getting forward down the right-hand side. Martin wants the ball from Dominguez, instead it's backwards again. Shifted into the centre circle for David Hansko. The aerial ball finds him down the left-hand side now. Stepping in comes Daniel Martinez off that left-hand side. Floated ball towards the far side of the pitch by Mendoza. Martin beaten in the air to it by Garrido. Recycled